how the bank master data is maintained in SAP. The bank master data means the master data of the bank accounts that client maintains for its business transactions, incoming payments and outgoing, to facilitate the incoming and outgoing payments. So to define the bank master data, we have to we'll go to SAP, and the menu path is SAP Easy Access, then accounting, financial accounting, banks, master data, house bank and house bank accounts, and this is the transaction code FI12 underscore H bank, manage house banks. So double click on it. Here you have to enter your company code, then continue, then go to new entries. We have to check first what bank account we have, GL we have maintained. So we have maintained GL for Kotak Bank. Okay. So you have to provide a code for house bank. Here we will provide K2345. Okay. So it is a 5-digit code, alphanumeric code you can provide to your bank. Then the country region where the bank is situated. Bank key, it can be an IFSC code used to use in the online payments, or it can be any identification key that you can able to identify the house bank. So if you are defining it as a IFSC code, then it should be 11-digit code. Okay, so this will be the bank key. Now select create. Here for bank master data, you have to provide a complete address of the bank where the client is maintaining his business accounts. So Kotak Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, then branch can be Hill Road, you can say Bandra, street number, street or house number, then postal code, it is important, then city, region if it is there. This Swift code is not mandatory in India, but if you are maintaining it for foreign companies, foreign countries, you might need to enter. Okay, so this information you will get it from client. So continue. System is showing you a warning that you have not maintained a bank number. So we have not yet specified the bank account number. That warning system is showing to us. Continue. Then click on save. Create request. Define house bank. Or you can say define house bank master data. Save and continue. We'll create another house bank because in another topic we need 2 bank accounts. So we'll create another one by selecting new entry. Here I will define as SBI 5 and India, then SBIN, then create. Continue, save, it will be saved. So this is how a master data for bank is created. Any questions?
सर अभी जो एसबीआई का ओपन किया तभी वो ट्रांजिट रिक्वेस्ट आया नहीं था क्या?
हाँ, क्योंकि हम वो कस्टमाइजेशन में ही थे ना।
अच्छा,
पूरा एग्जिट नहीं किया था। वहीं जहाँ पे बैंक ये हमें डिस्प्ले दिखा, यही से न्यू एंट्री में गए ना। यहाँ से बैक करके करते तो हमें वो रिक्वेस्ट दिखता।
तो ट्रांजिट रिक्वेस्ट का जरूरत है क्या नहीं, मतलब इस टाइम पे, सेकंड टाइम पे?
आप बताइए, अभी इतना टॉपिक हो गया है हमारा, तो आप बताइए ट्रांजिट कस्टमाइजेशन रिक्वेस्ट का यूज है या नहीं?
तो पैचेस बनता है, उसके बाद में अगर कुछ उसमें डिफॉल्ट आएगा तो अपन उसको पैचेस सेंड करना पड़ता है ना, तो इसलिए अपन वो बनाते हैं सर।
हाँ, तो यूज है ना।
हाँ, लेकिन ये टाइम आपने बनाया नहीं, इसलिए मैं पूछा।
बनाया ना, जब
फर्स्ट वाला बनाया था।
तो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, आप एक ही कस्टमाइजेशन एक्टिविटी में काम कर रहे हो। आपने 2 हाउस बैंक्स बनाए तो सिस्टम दोबारा आपको क्यों पूछेगा?
अच्छा, अभी एक ही इस पे वो रिवाइज हो गया।
हाँ, उसी में हो गया वो।
ओके
ओके, सो आपको ऐसे जितने भी आपके कस्टमर क्लाइंट के बैंक अकाउंट्स होंगे, बिजनेस अकाउंट्स विद बैंक, आपको ऐसे बैंक मास्टर डेटा क्रिएट करना है. क्लियर?
यस सर.
Okay. Then next we have to define the house bank. House bank means the the company's bank account details that are maintained with the bank. Similar details are maintained in the SAP. That is called why it is called the house bank. In house bank creation, we will assign the bank account number. Then we will also assign the GL to the bank master data, on which GL the bank reconciliation transactions will be posted. How it works, I'll explain you the concept practically. So, in earlier versions, the uh, creation of house bank, this activity was performed in traditional SAP GUI screen. So, this is called traditional SAP GUI screen. Okay, but now it is transferred or it is shifted to the SAP NetWeaver business client. Okay, so how to do it? Let's understand. So, to manage house bank and house bank accounts, you have to select this transaction code FI12. Double click on it. Then go to position, find your company code, select this and double click on house bank. So system will show you list of house banks master data maintained for your company code. So select the house bank, and so before moving on to this, go to another session and create another GL for your second house bank. So select this bank GL and click on copy. Here I will provide a number 4. Purposely I left 2 numbers blank. Why? I will explain shortly. Continue. Just change the
SBI.
description. SBI bank account. State Bank of India account. Press enter and then save. Okay. So back to house bank creation. Select this house bank and double click on bank accounts. Continue with the information, and here you will find a blank records. So click on create bank account. So your web browser will be open. If you get this message, click on advance and select this link. Here you have to, system will take you to a web-based platform where which is called the SAP NetWeaver. So here in S4HANA, few customization activities for house bank account were shifted to SAP NetWeaver from traditional SAP GUI. So here you have to log in with your same credentials with which you log in for your SAP GUI. Select this accessibility and then log on. So this type uh, program or GUI will be open. Here you have to maintain the bank details of business account that your client is maintaining with the bank. So like the details that are mentioned on the bank statement or the bank master data of the bank master data that is mentioned on the bank passbook or a bank statement of the client's business account. So here first you have to start with the opening date, the date on which the bank account for the company code is open. So here I'm selecting the fiscal year start date. Here you have to enter your company code and then press enter. This data will be auto populated. Then you have to provide the country where the client's bank is situated. Then the bank key. Bank key you will get it from here. If you go back, you can copy this and paste it over here. If it is not get pasted, you have to write KK BK 1 2 3 4 5 1 8.
कंट्रोल वाई और सी से होता है ना?
नहीं, कभी कभी डिसेबल रहता है तो नहीं होता है. Then currency, in which currency client is maintaining his bank account. Account number, the bank account number It can be a 15 digit or 17 digit, depend on the bank. Then account description, Kotak current account. Then account type you have to select from here. So you have to select the nature of account that client is maintaining for his business transactions. So select current account, and this details also is generated from the bank master, that data that we have defined. So scroll up, then go to house bank account connectivity, then click on add. So here you have to define the bank account. So here you can define the same code, or you can define a different code. Then here you have to assign the GL account. So enter the chart of account and then click on go. It will show you list of GL accounts that you have maintained for your company code. Then you have to select the GL Kotak Bank. So any other data under this heads if it is required for your for client's business transaction that you have to maintain over here. Then back to general data. Any questions still here?
No, sir.
Okay. Click on save. The bank account is created. So if you go to SAP GUI and now go back and go to this code, display house banks and house bank accounts, double click on it, position, then company code, select the entry, double click on house banks, select bank house bank and double click on bank accounts. So here it will update the GL account, bank account number, currency, then these details that we have maintained in bank. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we'll do this process for our second bank also. So you will get a better idea how to do it. So double click on this, then position DL4, select this, then house banks, select and sorry, select
Okay.
SBI and then double click on bank accounts, continue, create bank account. System now directly take you to this GUI.
Interface.
Okay. So since you have already logged in, so you don't have to log in again. So here also you need to define the opening date. So I'll define the fiscal year start date, and for company code, I will enter the company code, press enter, then country IN, then SBIN 1 2 3 4 5, and I think 15 I have given. Yes. Then currency INR, bank account number, then description SBI current account type, current account, then scroll up, house bank account connectivity, add SBI 5. Here also you need to assign the GL account, enter your chart of account, then click on go, and State Bank of India account, back to general data, and then save. The account is created. So if you back here and go to display house banks, select company code, double click on house banks, select house bank, and then double click on bank accounts. So you will find all the details were entered. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Why we assign this GL account? Because when you post run a bank reconciliation program to reconcile uh, bank your bank account with your bank passbook, then there are a few entries which are automatically entered, like bank charges and all, or you have to enter that. For that reason, the bank account GL is assigned. It is called the main bank GL account, where the reconciliation postings were made. Okay, for that reason we have to assign this bank GL account. Clear?
सर एक
हाँ.
मिनट, अभी ये मैंने मतलब मेरे कंपनी में ये होता है, एक तो मेन अकाउंट होता है, एक आउटगोइंग पेमेंट होता है और एक इनकमिंग पेमेंट होता है, तो इसके लिए ये यूज होएगा क्या?
यस.
ओके.
आपको वो कॉन्सेप्ट पता है, मतलब अगले टॉपिक में वो आने वाला है.
ठीक है ठीक है
उसका रिलेवेंस आने वाला है, तो तभी हम डिस्कस करेंगे.
ठीक है.
So it is clear how
Yes.
to create house banks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can directly close because there is, I think, no. Okay. Log off button is not there. Okay. You can directly close this. So now we will discuss the next topic, that is automatic payment program. So it is a tool that SAP S4HANA Finance have provided to the company, to the end users or to the business users, that with this tool you can make bulk payments for overdue vendors. Okay, for a single as well as multiple company codes. Both international and national payments can be made, and this program is flexible enough. It has a features which is flexible enough so that the the payment features can be vary from country to country, such as payment methods, then payment forms and data carrier specifications. Data carrier specifications means the medium that you use to send direct payment instructions to the bank. Okay, the payment instructions are directly sent to the bank. A paperless payment instructions sent to the bank, that is called the data carriers. So these are the some data carriers: data medium exchange, electronic data interchange. These are the data carriers. So there are two methods. It is an interview question. There are two methods by which you can make payment to vendors. One is manual payment, that is done with transaction code F-53 that we have seen. By check you can make payment or you can use bank transfer, but usually the check payment methods is followed. What happens in manual payments? First you have to enter the invoice, then you have to individually analyze the each vendor's account to for due dates, and to analyze the which are the invoices are overdue or which are due for payments according to the payment terms. Then the invoices due for payment are prepared for review, and when the payments are approved you have to issue the payments. So this process is involved in manual payment method. But what automation this tool that is called automatic payment program provides, what automation it provides to the business users? Here the open items which is overdue according to the payment terms are automatically sorted, or then, and it is automatically paid also. Okay, you don't need to manually perform the scrutiny for open items, whether they are due or not, at what are their payment terms, whether cash discounts are involved or not. You don't have to bother about it. The specifications, the customizations that consultant have made according to the business requirements, that according to the payment procedure or policies that company follows, is informed to the consultant. So the based on that customization, system automatically collects the invoices for payment, and according to the customization payment methods that are set, system will automatically post the payment documents. Based on payment posted payment document, you have to print media. Means if it is a check payment, then you have to print the check, or if it is online transfer, then you have to transfer the payment to the through the available data medium data carriers. That is, the standard one that are used are data medium exchange, and the second one is electronic data interchange. So this is what is all about automatic payment program. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So we'll see what are the customizations involved to set up this automatic payment program. So there are 5 steps involved. These are the listed 5 steps. And to perform this customization, you have to go to this transaction code, or you can access through the IMG activity also. So we will use this transaction code. So go to transaction code FBZP, and these are the steps involved. So first step is all company codes. Go to new entries. Here you have to define for which company code you are defining this customization. Then here there are two concepts: sending company code and paying company code. What are they mean? Can you elaborate?
No, sir. No idea.
At least make a try. Think. You can elaborate at least about paying company code.
सर वो अभी कंपनी जो क्रिएट किया है डेल फोर, उसमें जो डेटा बना है मतलब एसबीआई बैंक और कोटक बैंक,
हम्म
तो उसमें वो पेइंग फीस डालना पड़ेगा शायद, या कोड डालना पड़ेगा, ऐसा कुछ रहेगा।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, बैंक का इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है। ये सिर्फ कंपनी कोड के बारे में बात हो रही है।
सर ऐसा तो नहीं है ना, ये सेंडिंग कंपनी कोड मतलब ईमेल जाएगा उनको और पेइंग मतलब ऑटोमेटिकली वो कंपनी कोड में एंट्री जाएगा।
नहीं नहीं, आप सिर्फ पेइंग कंपनी कोड के बारे में सोचिए और बताइए आपके हिसाब से क्या होना चाहिए। पेइंग कंपनी कोड का मतलब क्या है, वहां लिखना क्या है वो मैं बता दूंगा, लेकिन इसका मतलब क्या है?
मतलब ये कंपनी कोड को पे करने का ऐसा सपोर्ट है पेइंग।
आप बताइए ना। हम ये ट्रांजैक्शन क्यों कर रहे हैं? वेंडर को पेमेंट करने के लिए।
हाँ।
तो ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट में तो बता दीजिए क्या होगा पेइंग कंपनी कोड, मतलब क्या होगा उसका? नहीं आ रहा है?
नहीं सर।
Paying company code means the company who is paying to the vendors. So in our case, it is DL4. Our company is paying to its vendors. Correct?
यस सर।
And the sending company is the company who is paying on behalf of our company. Paying company.
अच्छा।
So suppose there are uh, relation between two companies as subsidiary and holding. Okay. So if the holding company is paying on behalf of subsidiary company to the vendors of subsidiary company, then the holding company will be sending company and the paying company will be the subsidiary, because the, the purchase transaction was executed between paying company and vendor. Okay. So the, or you can say within between sending subsidiary company and its vendor, the transaction is executed between these two parties. So holding company is a different entity. Okay. But that holding company is paying on behalf of subsidiary company to the vendor of subsidiary company. So in that relation, it is one of the example. So in this case, the holding company will be sending company. Clear?
सर सेंडिंग कंपनी मतलब ये मीडिएटर रहेगा क्या कोई तो दूसरा कंपनी का अपना
Mediate? नहीं नहीं, it is not a mediator. If any one company is paying on behalf of the second company.
मतलब ये इंटर कंपनी रिलेटेड है क्या, ऐसा कुछ है क्या? नहीं समझा।
It can be intercompany related. Okay. But to understand it, the holding and subsidiary company will be the best example.
ठीक।
Still confusion? Hello?
हाँ सर।
Okay. Okay, I'll make it easy. So suppose you want to buy a four-wheeler. Okay.
ओके सर।
You went to the car showroom, you have uh, selected the cars, you have made the down payment and all. Okay.
सर।
Okay, you have booked the car, or let skip aside the payment, you have booked the car. The transaction is between you and the car showroom.
यस सर।
Okay. But now your father makes the payment for
अच्छा।
the car to the car showroom.
ओके।
So what happens? The transaction is between you and the car showroom, but your father pays on behalf of you.
ओके।
So your father, in if you put it in this case, then your father will be the sending company. You will be the paying company.
ओके।
Now it's clear?
यस सर। सर अब ये सेंडिंग कंपनी जरूरी है क्या, मतलब अगर
No, it is not a mandatory field,
ओके।
but you can enter.
ओके।
Okay, it's not a mandatory field. System might give you an information that you have not defined the sending company code.
ओके।
So if it is there is no sending, the the sending company code is not different than your paying company code, enter the same code.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now this concept is clear?
Yes.
Okay. So separate payment per business area. Like dunning notice, we have discussed that if you have a different dunning areas, like we have taken took an example of branch offices. So here also a business area, if you have transactions with the vendor with your different business areas, like if it's a branch offices, so there is a transaction between you and vendor for Mumbai branch, there is another transaction between you and vendor for Calcutta branch. So now these are your business areas, and if you want that for the each transaction that belongs to the individual business area, the system should make payment separately. Okay, if you want that kind of a configuration, then you have to select this checkbox. Payment method or supplier. If you have defined any specific payment method for your in your vendor master record, that this vendor should be paid with online transfer only. So those vendors for whom you have specified a specific method for payment, then system will not consider any other payment method. It will pay to that vendor with the payment method that is specified in the vendor master. So if you want to maintain this configuration, then you have to select this checkbox. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Cash discount for tolerances and tolerances. Tolerance days payable. If your customer have provided you, vendor have given you some grace periods, so you can enter that grace periods over here. So this, uh, if any invoice falls within that grace period, then it will be ignored for payment. Outgoing payment with cash discount from. For example, if you have your vendors have given you multiple percentage of discounts in their payment terms. Some in vendors are offering a discount at 5%. Some uh, vendors are offering discount at 7%. Some are 9. Some are 10. Okay. So every vendor's discount payment terms are different. Here, if you want to set that, say we set an example 8%. If you set here 8%, then while considering discount for payment postings, during payment postings, system will ignore the discounts that are below 8%. It will pay 100% to the vendors for that particular transaction. Okay, so that is the purpose. The third one is maximum cash discount. Out of the different cash discounts, different percentage of cash discounts that your different vendors have allowed you, you want that only maximum cash discount will be considered. Then you can check this cash discount. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then vendors, special GL transactions to be paid. Here, if you want that while making payment to the vendors, system should consider the advance payments made to the vendors. Okay, if you have a transaction of 50,000 and you have already made an advance payment of 20,000, and you have a payment terms that the 20,000 to be paid in advance and balance payment will be paid after the material is received to you. So if this kind of payments are there, then and these kind of payments you have already made, the vendor account consists any advance payment, and if you want that this payment should be considered while calculating the due amount, then you have to select this, the A for down payments, F for down payment request, and P for payment request. Okay, so we will discuss these topics later, but if any of the special GLs you want to include, then you can include. So if you want to include, then you have to select this, press control key, then select F and then P and continue. So now this with this codes, A for advance, F for request, and P for payment request. So this transaction will also be considered while paying the overdue amounts. So press enter. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Then select save, create new request, define all company codes for APP, that is automatic payment program. Save and continue. Go back. Then paying company codes. New entries. Here you have to specify the paying company code. Then here you have to specify the minimum amount for incoming payment and minimum amount for outgoing payment. Means if any amount is payable to the vendor below this amount, then it is to be paid through manual payment method. The amount from 101 will only considered for automatic payment program. Clear?
101 डालने का रीजन ऑटोमेटिक प्रॉब्लम के लिए है सर.
Below this amount, if the invoice overdue amount is 100 rupees, then this amount, this invoice will be ignored while making payments for through automatic payment program. For that amount below 101, you have to make payments to vendors manually.
Okay.
And the invoice or the open item that is to be considered for outgoing through payment through APP, the amount should be 101. It is not per invoice amount, it is total amount. If the total overdue amount is below 101, then it should be paid through manual payment method. Or if it is above 100 and if it is 101 and above, then that vendor should be paid through automatic payment program. That is the purpose. Clear? Hello?
Yes sir.
Okay. No exchange rate differences, no exchange rate difference part payments.
सर
If
एक मिनट सर वो आगे झार क्यों लिखा है?
हाँ वो ZAR उधर बाय डिफॉल्ट है. कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होने के बाद जब एंटर प्रेस करेंगे तो कंपनी कोड करेंसी आ जाएगा.
ओके ओके.
No exchange rate difference, no exchange rate difference part payments. If you are making payments in foreign currency and if the exchange rate difference arises, means while recording the transaction in foreign currency the exchange rate was different, while paying the invoice the exchange rate was different, so that difference between the two exchange rate is called the foreign exchange difference. If you want to record that difference, then you should not select this checkbox for full payment as well as for part payment. If you do not want to record that exchange rate differences, then you have to select this checkbox. Separate payment for each reference. Suppose there are 5 open items in vendor account. So if you select this checkbox, then for each open item, system will post an individual payment entry. Otherwise, if you do not select this checkbox, then system will post payments for a single payment for all the 5 open items collectively. That is the meaning. Clear?
Yes sir.
Then press enter. Now it have changed. So click on save, create new request, define paying company code settings, save and continue. Payment method in country or region. So these are the various payment methods. Some are user defined, so these are the special characters, so these are the user defined payment methods. And so these are list of payment methods. You can create your own payment methods also, but we will follow this payment terms S and T. So what it defines? So double click on, it is for India. Okay, so double click on this payment method S if you want to specify a new payment method for your company code for check payments. Okay, then you can go to new entries. You have to specify the country, then a single digit code. It can be numeric, it can be alphabetic, and then the description. Here it is defined as check. Payment method for outgoing payments. Payment method classification, check. In SAP, the check is written like this, not CHEQUE. Then if you scroll down, these are the specifications. What specifications you need to maintain in vendor master record, that you have to specify over here, which is the mandatory requirements, so that this payment can be made through this payment method. Here, these are the SAP defined document types ZP and ZV for document type for payment through automatic payment program and clearing document through automatic payment program. So you have to create a number ranges for these two document types so that the documents can be posted if the payment is made through APP for through check payment method. So these are the properties you need to maintain for check payment method. Any question?
No sir.
Okay. So go back. Second method, bank transfer, code is T. Again, you need to define the country, then payment method code, then description. It is called bank transfer. Payment method for outgoing payments. Then payment method classification will be bank transfer. And through bank transfer, if you want to make payment to personnels, means the employee reimbursements. If you have maintained the employee masters as vendors, okay, and for the reimbursements, and if you want that these employee masters can also be considered for reimbursement payments, then you can allow this checkbox in bank transfer method. Scroll down. So in vendor master record, if to pay the payments through bank transfer method, the bank details required, and under bank details, the account number should be maintained. So vendor bank account details should be maintained in vendor master record. Then the document types will be same. Some data medium exchange is defined through which payments can be processed. The payment instructions can be sent to bank. Okay. So any questions?
सर अभी अकाउंट नंबर रिक्वायर्ड इस पे टिक किया हुआ है ना, तो वेंडर मास्टर जब भी बनाएंगे तो वेंडर मास्टर में अकाउंट नंबर कंपलसरी रहेगा.
Yes.
ओके.
If you want to pay to the vendor through bank transfer. Okay. Another configuration in this method you need to understand is currencies allowed. So double click on it. The company code currency will be auto allowed, but if you want to make payments to your foreign vendors in any foreign currency, that currency you need to define. So go to new entries and you need to define the currencies through in which you want to make payment to your foreign vendors through payment method bank transfer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after making necessary changes, click on save. Okay. So we are not making any changes. So just go back. Payment methods in company code. So out of these payment methods that you have configured for your country, then you have to assign these payment methods to your paying company code. So select this payment methods in company code. Go to new entries. Define the paying company code and then payment method S for check. Here minimum amount will be 101, and here if your client has a payment practice that the any amount up to rupees 5 lakhs should be paid through check payment method, and any amount above 5 lakh should be paid through bank transfer. If your client has such an parameters, then you have to define the maximum amount up to which the payments should be made to vendors through payment method check. So here we are allowing the maximum amount, not a 5 lakh or any low amount. We are allowing a full amount. Okay. So that's it. These configurations are only maintained for check. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then select next entry. Then enter paying company code. And here the payment will be T, that is bank transfer. Here also we will specify the same amounts because we don't have any other business practices like up to this amount the payment should be made through check amount or something. Okay. The additional configuration here what you need to maintain is foreign business partner allowed and foreign currencies allowed. If you want that the payments postings to be made in foreign currency, you need to select this checkbox for bank transfer. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So after defining these methods, click on save, create new request, define payment methods for company code for APP. Save and continue. Now we go to configuration bank determination. Here we will define the bank determinations. So go to position, find your company code and select this. Select your company code and click on bank accounts. Go to new entries. First, you have to define your house bank. So first is Kotak. So you have to define the code. Then payment method, that is S. Then currency. Then account ID will be same. Then for same bank, house bank, payment method will be T, INR. Then SBI, payment method check, INR. Then now for each payment method, we have to assign the bank sub account. Okay, for that we have to go to GL creation. So this GL, that is Kotak Bank account, is called the main bank GL account. So select this, then click on copy, give the next number, and change the description as Kotak Bank check payment. Then save it. Then the next GL that you have to define is Kotak Bank online transfer. Save it. Similar GLs you have to prepare for SBI account. So why we need these GL accounts, these sub GL accounts? Uh, while discussing the any previous this topic, while discussing bank account, you are saying something. So you know the answer. What is the need to we need to create these sub GL accounts for banks?
तो ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करेंगे तो ऑनलाइन वाला जीएल यूज करेंगे और चेक पेमेंट करेंगे तो चेक पेमेंट का जीएल यूज करेंगे.
Correct. Then fill. Then what is the use of main bank GL account?
सर इनका जो भी अकाउंट में से ट्रांजैक्शन हो जाएंगे बाद में वो ट्रांसफर करेंगे मेन अकाउंट में.
Okay. Okay, you know the whatever you said is correct, but I just put it in technically right. So these sub GL accounts you required to record all the day-to-day transactions through this payment methods. Whether it is if the payment is made or received to check payment, so then you need a separate GL accounts to record the check payment made and to record a separate GL to record the check payment received. Similarly for bank transfer. Why we need this? Because these GLs will record all the unreconciled transactions which are not yet cleared with the bank. And when the bank reconciliation program is run, the bank reconciliation activity is performed, define and we define that out of those transactions, which transactions are cleared with the bank, those cleared transactions are posted on main bank GL account. With this, we can ensure that the main bank GL account will always display a reconciled balance with the bank. Clear? That is the purpose. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Clear? So now we will assign these GLs for check payment method through Kotak Bank. We will assign GL as Kotak Bank account check payment. For online transfer, we will assign the GL online transfer. Similar for SBI Bank. Press enter. If you have a foreign transactions and you are making payments in foreign transactions, then for payment method T, you have to specify the GL assignments for foreign transactions also. It may be same GLs or it can be a different GLs to record foreign transactions, foreign currency transactions. Then select ranking order. Double click on it. Go to new entries. First, I will specify and then explain. Here, I have specified for both the account for the both the payment methods which bank to be considered first while paying check payments, while making payments to through check payment, and which bank to be considered first while making payment through online transfer. That is called the ranking order. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then select available amounts. Double click on it. Go to new entries. Here you have to specify the house bank, then house bank account, days 999, currency INR. Here I have specified the in both the house banks what is the available amount for outgoing payment. Okay, clear?
सर क्या बोला है 10 लाख 1 करोड़ जो डाला है
Hmm.
वो किस लिए बोल रहे हो?
It is available amount. Up to this amount you can make the payments.
अच्छा ओके
Okay, it is available account amount in the bank.
ओके
Okay, then go to folder expenses or charges. If uh, you are aware that when you make payment through online transfer, say RTGS, NEFT, IMPS, bank will bank charges some service amount. Okay, the service that bank is providing to you, bank will charge some amount. Bank will have some amount parameters that up to this amount, this much amount is charged. Say up to 1 lakh or 2 lakh, there is payment called NEFT. Then 5 rupees charges will be there. Then above 2 lakh, up to 1 crore or 10 lakh, there will be a 10 rupees. From 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs, there will be 15 rupees. So this way, bank will charge you the service charges. Okay, that service that bank is providing to you for making online payments. So if you want to recover these charges from vendors by deducting that amount from the payment amount, then you can specify the amounts over here, like charges, then what is the amount limit, what is currency, and what is the charges. It is charge indicator, then amount, currency, and see, for example, the bank charges 5 rupees for online payments up to rupees 2 lakhs. So here the amount will be 2 lakhs, currency will be INR, and charges will be 5 rupees. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay. So if it is there as a business requirement, you can define, or else the basic requirements that we have specified. So click on save, create request, specify bank determination for APP. Save and continue. So the sixth step we have already performed. So clear about the configuration for APP?
यस सर अभी सर एक पूछने का है ये ऑटोमेशन प्रोसेस ये मैक्सिमम कंपनी में यूज होता है क्या मतलब क्योंकि बहुत सारी कंपनी अर्जेंट पेमेंट ऐसा कुछ करते हैं ना मतलब इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ
होता है ना, बड़ी कंपनीज में ऑटोमेटिक पेमेंट ही होता है, वो मैनुअल देखते नहीं बैठेंगे। अगर 1000 वेंडर्स है, एक बंदा अगर वो 1000 वेंडर्स का अकाउंट रोज देखते बैठेगा तो पागल हो जाएगा।
ओके
तो ये ऑटोमेशन इसीलिए तो इंट्रोड्यूस होते हैं। छोटी कंपनीज है वो ठीक है, 25 करोड़ 30 करोड़ वो ऐसे भी खरीदेंगे भी नहीं। ओके, वहां पे मैनुअल पेमेंट ही चलता है। So to manage or to run the APP, it is a periodic activity. So it can be run based on the payment schedule that a company follows, whether it is paying to its vendor on weekend, month end, or any period end, say quarter end or something. So depending on the payment schedule that company follows, uh, this periodic activity can be performed. So before running this process, we have to perform one additional activity, that is to customization activity. First, we have seen that for payment methods, there is a new document type that we have seen, ZP and ZV. For first, we have to create the number ranges for it. So go to transaction code OBA7 for document types. Then go to position, enter document type ZP, continue. So double click on it. The number range will be 20. Go back. Then ZV, payment clearing, double click on it. So number range is same. So again back to ZP and select this number range information. System will take you to transaction code FBN1, number range for accounting documents. Then enter your company code, click on change intervals, insert line number range 20, then fiscal year, and numbers will be 2001 to 2100, and then save it. Then the next customization that we have to define is that we have to assign the payment methods in vendor master record. So go to transaction code business partner, find business partner by supplier number, select supplier number by company code, click on start. This is the supplier, double click on it. So it is open in change mode. If it is open in display mode, then you have to go to business partner and click on change. So now it is open in change mode. So first you have to select the business partner role, that is supplier financial accounting maintained. Then go to company code tab, under vendor payment transactions, under the section automatic payment transaction. Here you have to assign the payment methods. These payment methods we have defined for our company code. So we are assigning both the payment methods. If you want a specific payment methods to be assigned for your vendor, or that would be the agreed terms between your vendor and your company code. Some vendors have the conditions that we need a payment through bank transfer. So in that case, you have to specify this payment method as bank transfer for the vendor. So the payment method is defined. It is another prerequisite to execute the automatic payment program. This vendor master to be considered for automatic payment program. Then for bank transfer method, go to general data, then payment transaction, and here you need to maintain the bank account details of vendor. So bank ID you have to specify, then country, then bank key, select any HDFC bank detail with complete bank account number and all. So double click, then enter the bank account number of the vendor and then press enter. So these bank details were entered. After updating these details in the vendor master, click on save. The changes have been saved.
सर अभी वो रैंकिंग का इसमें आ जाएगा ना, मतलब जो कौन सा फर्स्ट रैंक और सेकंड रैंक इसमें डिफाइन हो जाएगा ना?
किसमें?
जो अभी हम लोग ने पहले डिसाइड रैंकिंग बैंक किया था ना, तो पेमेंट के लिए फर्स्ट रैंक वाला वो बैंक पहला जाएगा ना पेमेंट करने के टाइम?
Yes.
ओके.
So these two customizations we have understood. First, we define the number range for the document types that's specified under the payment methods, and then we have updated the payment methods and account details for vendor. Both the customizations clear to you? So now we'll go to the vendor account balance FBL1N vendor line item display to check if there are any open items exist. all items, then execute. Yes, it does not exist any open items. Okay. Now we have to run the automatic payment program, and for that we have to enter the invoice first. So you will get an question in an interview at what level you can assign payment terms or payment terms or payment methods to the uh, transaction. For payment methods, I have already explained. The same answer is for uh, terms. I have explained. The same answer is for uh, payment methods. The first level I have described you that first payment methods you can assign at uh, vendor master level, and now the second level at which you can assign payment methods to transaction is at invoice posting level. So go to transaction FB60 to post vendor invoice. So company code, okay, del 4. Now it will create FB60. First check company code, okay. Now select vendor and we'll enter the invoice date few days back. Then amount I will enter as 50,000, 15,000. Then let me check if any payment terms are assigned. Okay. So after entering the, before you enter the GL account, you assign the GL account, go to tab payment terms, payment tabs, and here under the, here you can assign payment method S, that is check payment. So this invoice can be paid through check payment only. So now select purchase GL, purchase account GL, then simulate and post. Then we'll post another invoice. It will be for 20,000. Go to payment tab and here assign payment method as T, that is bank transfer. Then purchase account, simulate and save. This document is also posted. We'll enter another invoice. Here I will not specify any payment method. Simulate and post. So exit. Now if you go to vendor line item display list, refresh, you will find there are 3 invoices. If you double click on this first invoice, you will find the payment method assigned is S. Then if you double click on this 20,000, you will find the payment method as T. So for both the invoices, we have assigned the payment method at invoice posting level. Now the third level, that is called line item level. If there is an open item, okay, which is not yet cleared, for that open item, you can also assign payment terms. This is the third level. So double click on this, go to change. So here the payment method field is highlighted. It is available for to edit. Then here I will assign the payment method as S. Press enter and then save. So clear? All the 3 levels where you can assign payment method to a transaction.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will run this automatic payment program to make payments to this vendor for the open items through APP. This is the transaction code. There are 4 steps in APP. What are they? We will discuss. I will demonstrate you directly on SAP. So go to transaction code F110. First, you have to specify the run date, on which date you want to run this program. Then the identification code. Then go to parameters. This is the first step. Posting date. On which date you want to post the payment documents. Documents entered up to. Up to this date, the documents to be considered for payment program which are posted up to 19th October. then for which company code you want to run this program, then payment methods, through which payment methods you want to make payments to the vendor. So that is S, shift here, then T, okay, and then continue. Next posting date. If the payment documents are not posted on 19th October, then which date it should be posted? It should always be the next date. That is 20th of December. Sorry, October. Then here you have to specify the range of supplier accounts in from and to column. Up to here, it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Then go to tab additional log. Here you have to select these checkboxes. Due date check. With this selection, system will automatically check due dates for the open items that you have specified for the range of vendor accounts that you have specified in parameters. System will check the due dates for the open items for each vendor account. Payment method selection in all cases. First, it will check payment methods specified for the company code. In the FBZP, you have specified the payment methods for paying company code S and T. That first it will check. Then system will check payment method specified in vendor master record. Then it will check the payment method specified for invoice, that is open item. Okay, these are the payment methods in all cases. Okay, and it will compare that the payment methods that you specified in parameters are exist in all these levels. It should match at any level. First, the payment method that you have entered over in parameters, it should be match with the payment method specified for paying company code. Then it should match at either of the level, either at the vendor master level or either at the invoice level. Okay, so that is meaning of payment method selection in all cases. Payment method selection if not successful. If system doesn't find payment methods in vendor account or in invoice level, then it will check the payment methods at company code level. So if you go to transaction code FBZP and go to payment methods in company code and double click on it, if the system doesn't find a payment method specified for invoice or in vendor account, then system will you check these parameters. Okay, what is the limit? If the payment amount falls within these parameters for check payment method, system will make payment through check method. If the payments are above the amount is above the parameters set for check payment, then it will make payment through online transfer method. Okay, again it will check whether you have specified the bank account details for vendor in the vendor master record. Okay, so this is the meaning of this checkbox. So you have to select either one from the second or third checkbox, third option. Then you need to select the line items of payment documents. So the payment document should be posted separately. Okay, it should be posted as line item. Or you can say the line items, the payment details should be updated for the line item. Say for which like for the payment amount is paid against which invoice, that is to be updated. That is the meaning of it. Here again you need to enter the account number for the vendor. Let me check. So 504 times 921. In both these columns, 504 times 921, I think. Yes, 21. Press enter. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So after entering these parameters, click on status, save the parameters. So the parameters were entered. The first process is completed. The second process is to run the schedule the proposal run. So you have to schedule the proposal run when the payment proposals were to be run. You can set a date and time for the proposal run. Okay, to check, allow the system to check the due invoices which are ready for, which is allowable to which are due for payment. So if you want to run this proposal immediately. So select start immediately and continue. Proposal is running. Press enter. Press enter again. So the payment proposal has been created. So go to display proposal. If this numbers, payment document numbers are created, this means the parameters are matched and the customizations that you perform are correct. If it is there is an discrepancy, it will display the discrepancy. Okay. Then you have to solve the error. If you double click on this payment document, you will find that both the documents are paid through check payment method S, and it is paid, it is to be paid, I think, through SBI. No, the payment, yes, House Bank SBI. Okay, it is picked up through ranking order. If you go to bank determination, position DL4, continue, select, then go to ranking order. This is what you have specified for payment method S. First should be considered as, first bank should be considered as House Bank SBI. Same it is considered. Clear? And for both the invoices, you have specified payment method S, so system has picked up that. Then for this payment, the House Bank is picked up as Kotak. For payment method T, you have specified the ranking order first as Kotak, so it is picked up accordingly. Clear?
Hello sir, now the check payment is not accepting, na?
No, it is accepted.
Okay.
Then the third process, schedule the payment run. Select this. Similarly, you can schedule the date and time for posting the payment documents. If you want to run it immediately, then select start immediately, schedule, press enter. Posting orders, 2 generated, 1 completed. Press enter again, 2 generated, 2 completed. So if you then now go to vendor line item display, list, refresh. So you can see one document is posted for 31,000 and it is cleared. These 2 invoices are cleared by this document because system have made this payment collectively. A single posting document is maintained for 15,000 and 16,000, that is 31,000. If you double click on this and if you go to call up document overview, you will find the SBI check payment method was GL was picked up. The transaction is posted to SBI check payment.
तो इसमें चेक पेमेंट नंबर वगैरह नहीं होगा क्या?
नहीं, वो आपको बाद में मैन्युअली डालना होगा क्योंकि आप जब चेक प्रिंट करोगे तो ये पोस्टिंग डॉक्यूमेंट के अगेंस्ट वो प्रिंट करोगे. Then if you go to this entry ZP and go to call up document overview, the transaction is posted to Kotak Bank online transfer. So this is how automatic payment programs are executed. So the fourth step is printing media. So your accounting functions are completed and a separate print program is scheduled to generate payment media. If you go here and now you have to go to printout and you have to schedule the printout program. Okay. And it will through here printout data medium, you have to specify the mediums through which you can make payments. So this data you will get from your bank, how the payments are to be transferred through the IDE method or EDI method or DME method. Okay. So that data you will get from bank. And if it is a check transfer, then you have to go to check transfer, check payment, and you have to select the transaction and then you have to generate the checks accordingly. So that is the fourth step. So this is what is meant by the automatic payment program. Clear?